All right, Char, can you please tell me about the work that you've done and what inspired you to do that work?
It's been just thrilling to be a part of this community for many years. What made me do it, and I have to confess that maybe one of the reasons I do it is because it's fun. We always talk about, how wonderful it is that you do this and what great things you've done, but there's an energy in it, and there's something that I get out of it. It recharges my battery, and it's just thrilling for me to bring people together. That's my biggest joy, is bringing people in this community together, gathering all the people together from the school district and from the chamber and from the city and other organizations in the city. It just thrills me because when people come together and are having a good time and have energy, amazing things happen.
Thank you for the IPAC. I went to Renton High School, and around that time is when it was brand new. So many assemblies, many school performances. I took a dance class on that stage. So thank you for that and that contribution.
How about you? I want to talk about you because I've been practicing saying Renton Innovation Zone Partnerships. That's an amazing title, and I am so impressed with what you have done in the Skyway area. I am wondering what your passion was. I looked up one of the things that you said about you and your staff, and you said, "We're a team of makers, thinkers, explorers, and go-getters." I love that. Tell me about that.
Just growing up in the neighborhood, there were a lot of things that we didn't have access to, opportunities for education, for arts, for jobs as a teenager. This has been a passion or vision of mine probably since high school. I wanted to do something for my neighborhood since then. I used to talk with one of my best friends about coming back and starting a mentoring program or some kind of just something for the kids. My team, it's important that we all come from those experiences. So the whole team has some connection currently or historically with the neighborhood. It comes from lived experience, and it comes from us wanting to make more change and create more opportunity. There's never been, these kind of programs coordinated in a way that, like you say, bring people together. And the Skyway community is such a tight-knit group. It's definitely evident, as we're battling still the COVID-19 pandemic, so many people take care of each other. To do this as a job in a place that you don't have any connection to is one thing, but to do this in a place that you've lived in, for 20 plus years, your family lives there, you have strong roots, it means more. It feels really good to be able to do that and see tangible things that people are, using, and it's helping other people improve their lives. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Looking at the long list of things that you've been able to accomplish, a lot of the focus was around the arts. Can you just share a little bit more about your passion for the arts and how you see that being a connector for community?
There's something about the arts that brings out, it just brings out the best in people, and I was excited to be able to take a bunch of hundreds of kids from the Renton School District into Seattle to see children's theater productions. It just opens up horizons for them. And art has just been a part of my life, and it's the most important part, I think, and I like what it brings out in other people as well. Every year we have a gathering of people called the Circle of Giving, and several people in the community give $1,000 and some less, and the idea is to give it out right away. And we gather around a table and we decide who's going to get the money. And good causes, or like yours and other causes, get the money. But I always say we have to speak to the spiritual side of people as well. And so I always advocate for giving money to groups like Allied Arts and the Ren Arts Plan Together people, because that is a part of all of us that doesn't get brought out all the time. And so that's the way that works. So there's the future. What are your dreams for the future? What would you like to see happen in this community?
We have thought of new creative things to meet people's needs, to have fun, adjusting to a virtual world. And I think that serves as a foundation to build off of. As we transition into 2021 and think about what does life mean from here for everyone, it has to include those things. And we have to be able to adapt and make sure that everyone, is being thought of as we develop new things. And I think also too, just remembering to have fun along the way. I think 2020 kind of stripped that thought out of our minds for a lot of people, because it's being homebound and being safe. But there are still different ways to have fun. There are still different ways to enjoy people's spirits, people's presence, and I think that's something that I wish for everyone to still feel more of. So, yeah.
My thought about our community and about our nation is I feel like we have so much healing that needs to be done. And I was thinking about stories and how we tell our stories, and it occurred to me that we have so many false stories out there now that we have to figure out how we can come together, and that starts a community. And that's what I told some other people is work in your community. Just start with your community and get to know each other, ask each other questions, and understand each other's point of view. And then maybe we can work together better.